Alright, well, what's going on, everybody? It's the Air Lord, and I'm making this video because I feel like some people might have probably run into this problem in some way, shape, or form. I'm just going to cut straight to it because this is obviously kind of frustrating, and it would be helpful if companies actually knew how to do their jobs and make products that fucking worked. Main problem. This TV I have, LG brand. I currently don't have anything on right now. I just have the TV on. I bought this 2 years ago in the fall of 2014, and I bought it. I think this was like an $1,000 TV, and I did an unboxing for it. That's on my channel still. Maybe it would be helpful. I should probably look when I did that unboxing. Set it up, put it on these little peg stands right here. There's one right here too. This is where I do the majority of my gameplay for my PS4 right there, my Xbox One. I've also got the 360 right there. I think I've shown my room in a room tour that I did last year. But the main problem with this is that I was playing, actually, it was something I kind of wish I recorded. I was playing Black Ops 3, but I was borrowing a copy for the Xbox One, and I was playing with my cousin, and he's somebody I didn't know until a few days ago, so he has a big interest in video games, and I kind of wanted to bond with him a little bit and play, and just hang around and get to know him a bit and stuff. But I was playing, and the way I have this set up, okay, is ridiculous, because I have this cord here, which I should probably get rid of. This HDMI cord here. It's like this Velcro, and it was a Rocketfish HDMI cable that came with the PS3 of all things. And now I don't have my PS3 anymore. I sold it a few years back because I had no need for it, and I already have 3 consoles, PS4, Xbox One, and 360. I didn't need another fucking system. I just don't have the room for it. As you can see, there's a ginormous mess of wires already on the floor here, so it didn't make sense for me to have one more device clogging the space and possibly causing a fucking fire in here. So I sold it, and the cable is, if I can remove it maybe, and now I'm skeptical of removing anything from anything. So this is what we got here. Rocketfish, alright? Can you see that? There it is. Great, now I gotta look behind my system and plug that back in. Anyway, I'll do that after the video. So I used the end that I just showed you, and I plugged it into the HDMI slot of my TV here. And I'm going to show you, without beating around the bush, what the problem is. I'm going to get right up in the grill here. I don't know if you can see it. I just won't be able to. The camera's going to have a hard time focusing on this. It would probably help. In a second. I'll actually get my phone and shine a light here so you guys can see. That would help. Basically, not sure if you can see that. Probably not the best lighting. I have my main light on right now, so it's just the angle of the shadow. But basically, this HDMI, I went to plug. Now I've switched my HDMI cables, okay? Because originally I was using this magic remote. I guess I'll show you right here. This is like the remote control for this TV right here. Look, as I move it, it actually makes this little cursor thing here, okay? So here's the magic remote. Basic, alright? It's, it's got like these, it's got these wireless settings built into it. Basically, I was switching HDMI cables, and it broke this port. There's 3 HDMI ports on this TV. This 42-inch plasma screen, and one of them just decided to break. I tried to show you guys, but it basically is a giant gaping hole, a rectangular hole, where the HDMI slot used to be. It is no longer there. It is completely blank, and you can actually see into the TV now. You can see into the TV, you can see the lighting, you can see some of the fixtures and the gears and gadgets that are inside this thing. And probably not good for the TV. Probably not good that the lost HDMI port component is just floating inside this TV. That's probably also not a good thing. And so basically that means I can no longer use that port. Now, I have, as you can see, I have my PlayStation 4 with this cable right here. I have it plugged in to the HDMI port 2. However, I, at this point, am skeptical because this is over the course of a year and a half that I've been, I've been gentle. I've been very gentle, switching HDMI cables, rotating them. If I need to change it from this Rocketfish cable to this cable right here, that's the Xbox One's HDMI cable that I have plugged into some of my systems, that I have plugged into other things. It's not that complicated. It's not a big deal. And for some reason, after I was using it today, just earlier today, I was playing with my cousin and I was using this port. And once I turned off my Xbox One and I went to switch over the HDMI port to the PS4, it snaps off and it literally, I was trying to push the angle on the stupid Xbox One cable wasn't working properly with the port, the HDMI port, and immediately I was like, something's wrong, something's up with this. So I was trying to, change it over and flip it in my hands, move it over and over again, and it just wasn't lining up. And then soon enough, as I'm trying to fit it in like a square peg trying to go into a round hole, I'm trying to fit this, and it really should be a square peg on a square peg. I put just a little bit of force to try to get it in there, and the whole thing, like, it just fell off. It fell off, and it sounded like a Lego fell inside my freaking TV over here. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So now one of the HDMI ports is busted, and I only have 2 more. And God only knows how long the second one's going to last. Maybe it'll last a year. Maybe it'll last a year and a half. Maybe it'll fucking last 2 days. I have no idea. The problem I'm going to just address in this video is more of a rant at LG because, let's have this expensive... Like, I bought this TV, what was it, Black Friday, and I bought it on Amazon. All right, Amazon.com. People buy a lot of stuff on Amazon.com. I'm not blaming Amazon.com. I'm blaming the manufacturers. Whoever freaking made this television and made it like a piece of shit. Yeah, because of all the features that this thing has. It has Netflix streaming capabilities, and you can connect it to the internet, and then it has all these features. The quality. It's really great and blah blah. Yeah, okay, fantastic. Well, if you can't manufacture it properly so that stuff like this happens, I don't see the point in having all those features because HDMI is a pretty universal concept, a pretty universal device that's used with many devices. All of these systems, all my consoles use HDMI. I could plug in my computer and have an HDMI cable go into that if I didn't want to use a VGA cable, which are freaking prehistoric at this rate. There's so many options. Yeah. That's the concept, LG. So maybe next time I'm considering buying a TV, maybe I'll consider Sony or maybe some of the other brands. Because if you can't figure this out, this is like a core component of a television. Look how thin this is. This thing is so thin. It didn't take too long to design this thing. All right, and there aren't many slots on this thing. There's HDMI 1, 2, 3. One's now fucking broken. And then USB 1 and 2. And then USB 3. Okay? So you got 6 things over here. Alright? And then in the back, you've got your red, white, and yellow. Red, white, and orange. And then you got your green, blue. And then you've got the color stream. The color stream stuff here. So you got more in the back here, but I'll even give it a pass. Let's say it just stops working. Okay, HDMI port faulty, doesn't work. Well, okay. That's to be expected, maybe. Maybe the TV's just really old, or maybe you've had it for 5 years, 10 years. I can understand. Maybe a TV that's been along for around a long time, I can understand that that's going to happen. Okay? Totally understandable. But was a screw, or was something just not plugged in right? Like, what's going on here? Screw wasn't put in right? Someone didn't screw it in properly, so that when I put a little bit of pressure, oh, it just falls out and breaks. Oh, that's just, oh, darn. And guess what? The warranty for this TV only lasts a year. And guess what? I bought the TV in fall of 2014, which means the warranty ran out a year ago. Oh, guess what that means, guys? I have no more warranty on this TV. So that means, guess what? I'm not fixing this stupid fucking port. Now I'm just hoping that my other 2 ports don't break. And when they do, this thing gets thrown out in the fucking yard and I bash it with a fucking baseball bat. Because at this point, there's just no reason to have some technician come over. Because I called customer support about this. And the guy's like, well, you can call, local LG in your area and they could fix it. Yeah, for a small fee of $200, which is half the price I paid for this thing. Because again, I got a deal on this TV. It was $1,000, and I paid about $450 for it. So I bought it because of the deal. It was a Black Friday deal, and I bought it. So I was like, okay. And I not that I think Black Friday means the thing's going to be built like a piece of shit. I mean, I expect what I'm buying to be an intact product, but apparently LG doesn't really understand that concept. So I'm kind of making this video warning people, if you're going to buy a TV, I don't know if you should buy this one, a plasma screen. Maybe you should just go with those Ultra 4K, Sony or Samsung. All the Samsung TVs I've had, I have to say, my old TV, the TV that I bought in 2007. All right, this is years ago. It's a Toshiba. Now, this TV was the TV I recorded all of my gameplay on back in 2011, all the way through 2012, right up until I got my HDMI Elgato recording, which is right there. That TV has lasted me, and I have it at a different house. I still use that TV for HDMI and other things to this day. Guess what? The HDMI port in the back has been fine for almost 7 years. 7 years. A Toshiba. Half the size of this. So it was like, what, 21 inches? 21-inch TV. It's plasma screen. Doesn't get 1080p quality like this, but it's plasma screen. It's half the size. It's from a model that's 7-8 years ago. So you're telling me that a modern model that is in 2014 is less capable than a TV from a rival manufacturer and company, Toshiba, and that's gonna hold together, and then the components are gonna hold together. It's such bullshit. I'm talking to the guy on the phone, also on customer support, telling him that it was bullshit that this happened. And he's like, oh, well, did you put pressure? It's like, well, unless I'm smashing it, like trying to fit something that's not supposed to be fit, I'm pretty sure something's wrong on your end. So, alright, I'm probably going to be going in circles if I keep talking, but I feel like people have had issues like this on the internet before. This is not a help guide. Obviously, I don't know how to fix your problem. This, I'm just going to say, if you could see that, if you could see this destruction here, this open port, this broken thing, this cannot be fixed. There's no home remedy for this. It's completely busted. You would need a technician or someone, you gotta spend money. There's no home remedy for this. So if you're looking for that, there is none. There's no YouTube video that's going to show you that. Unless you're good with, screwdrivers and electronics and shit. Like, there's no way that you're going to fix that. So, let's just round of applause for LG and their great products. And, next time I buy a TV, I'm certainly going to consider who I buy it from. So, usually I don't give a shit. I'm just like, they're all the same manufacturer. Well, you know what? I'm not up on my TV knowledge. Obviously, I'm more up on my gaming knowledge, so I can choose, if I'll get a game on Xbox One or if I'll get a game on PS4. I'm much more informed about that. Not really informed about TV stuff, okay? Up until now. Now that I've owned a Toshiba in the past, now that I've owned for this thing and the problems that I've had, it really makes me consider what my next option will be. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it. 15 minutes, I think you get the point. So yeah, here's my gesture to LG, and thank you very much for breaking this port. Let's pray that the other two don't break, because another video will be made, and this thing will be complete and utter garbage by the time the video is done. So you better hope it doesn't come to that. So, alright, see ya.